gratitude after not sleeping for 3 days. No, I'm just kidding. We got to sleep. We're here. We're a little late. You didn't sleep that much?
Dog,
you didn't sleep on the airplane?
No.
Why you look like alfalfa right now? Boy, you got the big old long hairs in the back of your head.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't sleep.
I got 4 hours or so last night. So.
I tried really hard the whole time I was there to just, every time they were like, it's 4:30, I'm like, no, it's 6:30.
Yeah, they don't realize that.
Trying to stay on Texas time the best that I could. It didn't work out. I'm exhausted.
Bro, it's like a 21-hour drive from here to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
About the same as here to Florida. The only difference between here to Florida and here to Bakersfield was I had 3 other drivers when I went to Florida. I was all by myself going to Bakersfield.
Yeah, I could see that. Bro, Stefan.
All by myself.
Stefan won and for Saturday night or Sunday night, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And we had got an Airbnb to sleep everybody, right? We're like, well, everybody will just sleep and we can roll out in the morning. Stefan's so jacked up on Mountain Dew.
He's like, I'm going home.
Drove straight through. Literally, he got home about the same time we did.
Flying the next day.
Yes, flying the next day.
Yeah, he probably got home about when I did.
Yeah,
then.
probably
If he left Compton, and then he just drove straight through. So
I messaged Aline yesterday and asked how they were making it, and she was like, we're like 10 out. We should be home about 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. And I was like,
oh my God. I got home at midnight last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was dead, bro. I had to stop at Kingman to get a couple hours of sleep. I slept for like, I don't know, an evening, you know. Had lunch with my kiddo and then went to sleep. So
gotcha.
Let's hit him with this. Good morning, Red Cup Bam!
Good morning, Big Stank.
That one had a little extra for you guys.
Did. Justin, good morning. Travis, good morning. Jason.
Jason says, hello from Detroit.
Detroit, the Motor City.
Oscar V Bros Racing, good morning, good morning, good morning.
We're a day late, but not $1 short. California was sweet.
I just want to say, while we're on live right now, we got 19 viewers watching, but this is going to be posted. There's probably way more than that. But
oh, are you talking about my confession that I made earlier?
What was that confession, my boy? I want the world to know. I want the world to know.
The only thing Texas beats California in food-wise is barbecue.
I'll take that. I'll take that. It's cool, bro. It's cool.
The barbecue I was not a huge fan of, which I'm like my parents own a barbecue thing.
Barbecue is fire out here,
so
no question.
I have to, I'm a little bit biased on that, but dude, the Mexican food out there, the tacos.
Wait, what was that? The Mexican food?
Yeah.
In the West Coast?
Yeah.
It's fire?
It's way better than Texas.
I told y'all!
Yeah,
There's no comparison, bro.
I take back everything that I said.
Them little taco carts that be walking around, them little taco carts with no food grade, no license. They don't even speak English. You don't even know where the cheese came from.
They legit pull up on the side of the road and just set up a shop. Like we saw them in front of auto zones, in front of all kinds of stuff.
I'm telling you, bro.
It was wild.
Them little taco carts put buses on every Mexican restaurant in Texas.
Agreed. Like taco, I understand why y'all say Taco Lady is the closest thing that competes with anything
right?
over there.
Yeah.
Yes, like because it is from the salsa to the food. Yeah.
Anyway, the racing was pretty cool too.
It was pretty fun. We had a blast.
Where do you want to start this weekend, broski? We'll say Nick Butler. What do you say? Morning, fellas. Making us a day late. Had us feed in for the NX show. I like that. Merch looks awesome. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate you, bro.
What's up, Big Nick?
Nick Roberts.
Nick Roberts.
You doing a little testing today? Is that what I saw, Mr. Roberts?
Michigan in the chat strong this morning. The Motor City.
Yo, yo, yo. Bondo Bob did a little testing over the weekend, too. I seen that.
I did see Bondo Bob was testing. Seen a couple of those.
Yeah, look good, man. Look good.
I mean, we're in California. We might as well start there.
Might as well start there, bro.
Where do you want to start?
I mean, let's start backwards real quick. Let's just start with Stefco at the
Oh, you want to go there?
Bro, we were talking about it already. Let's just jump right in.
So I'm going to give y'all a little rundown before we go there.
You got to paint the scene because I walked up on the scene in the middle and they tried to drag, who you riding with? I said, y'all both my homies, bro. I ain't picking a side.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is Stefco's bad and that all-wheel drive truck is bad.
So we did a live feed a month or so ago and Tom made a statement on the live feed. Any car in the state of California can get the business. Any full interior street car can get the business or any small tire car can get the business. Well, We're racing on Friday or on Saturday. We're getting done with the racing. We got lynch mobbed. There's like a whole mob of California guys that came and jumped on Jimmy Dale.
Now, for the viewers, these guys are our homies.
Yeah,
there's no negative stuff, so don't be getting all crazy.
Yes, it's the normal banter back and forth. Yes, this is literally family. So we're going back and forth, yapping and barking, everybody barking at each other. We agree to 10K. We're going to lock in for 10K, yada, yada, yada. We go back to the trailer. Well, we're staying in Bakersfield. The race spot's 2.5 hours from Bakersfield. It didn't make any sense for us to drive there that night and then have to drive back to our Airbnb. So we're like, we're just going to get it done tomorrow. So we go crash out, get up the next morning, go get the car ready, get everything we need, go to the spot because they agreed on a test pass. They agreed that each get a test pass. Meet up at the spot. This is what's crazy to me. Texas is completely different from this. But they show up, each make a test hit. They're like, all right, we're going to eat. What do you mean? You're both here. Why aren't you racing? You know what I mean? It's like Texas, you just show up and you just race. Now they're like, we got to leave. So we leave. I guess the cops come in. If anything happens, everybody's gone. We go eat, meet back, agree on a price, yada, yada, yada. We went from 10 to, I believe, 3. Yeah, pretty big jump. But we locked that in. And then it was straight up just like, left the spot, showed up at the race spot, unloaded. Before we I'll show y'all the test passes first. So this was Homeboy's test pass.
Motorhomes and stuff on the side of the road.
And I will tell y'all, that road is better than probably
That's a good road.
50% of the tracks that I've been on.
It's a great road.
That road is a racetrack. Like that is.
Oh, never mind.
That
Morning content.
That is.
That guy's name threw me off for a minute.
Yeah, that is XRP when it's unprepped.
Okay.
Like that thing is.
Yeah, that
fast.
road is good.
It is fast. So here's Stefan's. Stefan was rolling. Like he was rolling. So anyways, we roll back up to the spot. Car's off the trailer in like 30 seconds. They pull up. Should have put the top in there, but it didn't. Totally forgot to put the top in there, but Stefan does a big-ass wheelie, sets it back down, drives around Homeboy. We're all hooting and hollering, pulls the car back up on the trailer. As soon as he shuts the car off, all we hear is... CHP, which is California.
It's like the Fast and Furious, cops.
Yeah, the California Highway Patrol. They're yelling, stay in the car. So... Big Hat Mafia takes off running, jumps in Stefan's truck. Stefan's in the car on the trailer with the car in park, foot on the brake. And I'm talking about it was straight Fast and the Furious. One of the most insane experiences I've ever been a part of. For like 4 miles back to the Best Buy, there was no traffic. There was no stop signs. There was no red lights. Like it was a free-for-all. There's like 50 cars going down a 1-lane road into oncoming traffic. Just dodging traffic, jumping curb, like... It was insane.
That West Coast racing hits different, boy.
Bro, me and Tom were talking about it. I have not had an adrenaline rush like that in a long time.
I love it, dude.
It was insane. I felt like straight GTA.
You know what's crazy? I have still never been able to make a hit on that road. I've tried twice, and we've had to leave because the cops came, and we had to do that whole leave, you know? Like, it was insane.
They told us, like, if you hear CHP,
y'all better leave.
By any means necessary, you have better odds running than you have staying. Like, they're going to take you to jail. So, it was insane.
What's up, Oscar?
We had a blast. So there's the whole Texas gang in the Best Buy parking lot after we got back and got the car strapped down, got everything put back together.
Bro, I forgot. Old boy's got a 2-car trailer too, so it's a little harder for him to dip. Like, you can't be weaving in and out of traffic with a 78-foot float behind you with 2 Mustangs.
Put Barrett in there, and Barrett will definitely make some stuff happen.
Morning,
I'm sure Stefan was in that car going,
yeah.
Ah! Like, At least he still had his helmet and stuff on. He was good.
Left all that stuff in there.
It was awesome. It was an absolute blast. Compton, California owes me nothing.
Yeah, it was
absolutely
awesome,
nothing.
And I'll say right now, just because you'll probably be biased to say this, but I'll say just from a racer, y'all's little Gangsters class at Famoso was extremely fun. Very, very fun. Both days, lit. I think 50-plus cars both days.
We had 55 on Friday and 62 on Saturday.
Insane.
So,
and, I mean, it was awesome. Great racing. Dude, some of the best race. I lost by that much, dude. Like,
well, no, that's
great.
what me and Tom were talking about. I think it was after first or second round. I was like, dude, that is probably some of the closest Little Gangsters racing I've seen. Like, every single pass was side by side. Like, I think a lot of those races were determined on the tree.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm not going to, like,
1000%.
give anybody's numbers away, but I know for a fact that there were several people that were a few tenths off of the number, but everybody was consistently running those few tenths slower. So it was like I'll tell you, I went 550s. The guy I raced, I lost by that much. You know what I mean? So it was.
Well, the track was difficult. Like,
greasy.
You told me before we went out there, like, hey, everybody's going to struggle on that track, and then we get there. I kind of looked at it and I'm like, yeah, it should come around. It, in fact.
It's just the hot, man. It keeps it greasy. You see how hot,
it was
hot and like baking it is?
It was 102, like 11:30 on, that's probably my vape. 11:30 on Saturday. It was extremely hot. Like, and the rubber was so thin, I literally take my finger and I could just literally peel the rubber
I think
back.
the surface is so hot all the time that the rubber never really gets a chance to kind of cool and adhere and actually make a layer. Now, when we get in the evening, once it started cooling off,
it got good.
People were rolling for sure. Like, it got good. And
we were having to tighten the front end down on the LTD.
It's just that's why I was excited, because it was the sketchiest, not a sketchy, but a marginal surface. If you looked at it, you're like, oh man, this is going to be fast, but it's not as fast as what you think it is.
It's definitely not as fast as you think. Like,
I mean, there was, not knocking anybody, but there was 650 guys yeeting themselves into the wall left and right at first on Friday, you know? So
like, and it's so, like, Stefan is known for street racing, backside, all of that stuff. I think he had, Friday night, had the small tire field covered by probably a tenth or more. Like, yep. What did he say?
Chase, I think Hooked on Phonics didn't work for you, my boy.
Oh, some real Mexican. Yes, we just talked about that. Texas can't compete.
He said, Poland, did you have some real me?
Yeah.
I don't think you had any of him.
I don't think I had any of you, buddy.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird, Chase. You know what I'm saying?
Be a little weird, buddy.
So let's talk about some of the racing that went on at the Little Gangsters, bro. Let's talk about y'all had to split on Friday only because the surface and the track, and there was a couple accidents and whatnot.
So we had, like you said, there's a couple of 650 guys yeeted themselves into the wall early in the race. That kind of put us behind a couple of hours because the blue car was bad.
Yeah,
the blue car, when he
bad.
hit the wall, like, it just went up in flames. That was pretty bad. And then big tires. So we ran Little Gangsters, and then Outlaw 32 was behind us. And Kayla, I think, was the third or fourth pair of Outlaw 32. She got towards the center, got mixed up, ended up hitting the wall, and hers was bad. Like, that,
bad.
It was on fire for quite a while. At that point, we were already a couple hours behind. They knew that one was going to take a couple hours to clean up because there was stuff everywhere. They decided to call the race for the night. And
it was already around like 12:30 or something.
Yeah, it was like 12:30, and they told us, they were like, we'll finish in the morning. And me and Tom talked about it, and ultimately for us, it didn't make any sense to have 7 people that were going to get
that day, huh?
Yeah, you were going to have 7 people that were going to get one test hit. Then you would have 4 that would get, or what would that be? 5.
Yeah, it would just break down to where a couple of those people would have multiple hits on the surface.
Those people would have multiple hits on the surface to finish out Friday. So we talked to all the drivers. We said, hey, everybody's going to get this amount of money. Everybody was cool with it. We ended up splitting the money Friday night and just started fresh on Saturday, which made the most sense. It was free entry.
It did. No, that really did make a lot of sense. That's cool. I mean, it's good that you guys remember to do that stuff too. It's you know, you guys aren't, oh no, we're running it, we're finishing it just to say we finished. Like, you know, you guys are thinking about the racer's best interest. It's not fair.
And ultimately, that's our goal. You've seen, like, at Yellow Belly, like, our goal is to finish the race. We feel like it's a failure if you don't finish it, but in that circumstance, it was more logical to pull the plug at that point and make it a even playing field for everybody on Saturday, rather than you have those, like I said, those 7 guys have double the hits everybody else
Yeah,
does.
no, I think you guys made a great call for sure. So, so they split it. There was a handful of cars still left on Friday. I know, what was it? Jerry, Stefan,
King
Donnie was
King
one of
Donnie.
them. A couple other people.
yeah.
That white Mustang, right?
Yeah,
Dan
Dan.
Degata. A few other people.
I think
so
Doug was still in Friday night.
it was
Can't remember, yeah.
good time.
But
and
shout out to Doug and Dragster Killing Doug and his wife. They were a big help for not only y'all, but
Kristen,
for
yeah.
us. Yeah,
Yeah.
they helped us big time this weekend. So
yeah, they're
good people.
They're good people, man, and they're really good at they like kind of run a lot of the street stuff, I guess you'd say, in Arizona, and they kind of help with a lot of the races and events. So very organized, and they're savvy. They know what's going on. You don't have to like hold their hand the whole time, you know.
No, but California showed up and showed out. There was, I mean,
120 little Gangsters cars total, right?
there's
pretty
like
close to that,
117 over 2 days. But I had multiple of the locals coming up. Like, dog, we've never had car counts like this. It's
Nope.
never been like this before.
It's
This
like I
is
told y'all
awesome.
when I left. I said, man, like you hit dice on that one, bro, because for a California. Bakersfield of all places, got my West Coast guys know what I'm talking about.
Let me time out. I'll just say it. Ain't a single one of y'all lied about them people. Not a single one of y'all lied about them people. The tech people, Famoso was great. The fans were great. It was great. The track staff and the tech,
not so great. So at the end of the day, they're just kind of trying to do what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? They're doing what they're told to do.
They're trying to do. They are doing their job, but the problem is that it's hurting them more than it's helping them. And the only way I know how to explain that is everybody understands the safety aspect, and we all get that. We all know what we sign up for. I totally get that, and I'm hard on my guys. Yeah, like they got Mikey built for no cert, which I get it. Like you're supposed to have a cert, I get it. But the car has a cage in it. Mikey had helmet, seat belts, pants, jacket, everything was up to date. Everything was up. Everything else besides the cert was up to date. And the way I feel about it is the object is not to stop anybody from racing, but of course, like I was busting Mikey's ass about, dog, you know you need a cert, like you need this, like you may bust your
give them some
about
crap
it a
so
little
they
bit.
know.
Yeah, we give you crap about it a little bit, but it's to push you to do it, not to stop you from racing. Famoso's whole object is stop everybody from racing. That is.
I heard several times in the line, that guy ain't racing. He didn't qualify. Get him out of line.
Yeah.
You know.
So like, I think we would have probably had 70+ little Gangsters on Saturday had they not been as hard as they were on tech.
And I know there was a couple times where there was even some questions on tech. So when they talked about you got to have a window net and armor straights. Well, it's or armor straights. Nope, it's got to have both. And it is what it is, you know. So.
And that's like we finally had to go talk to them, and it's like it's no time. This, that, yada, yada, yada. Like there was some give and take. I'm not here to bash them at all, but it's just
still, great surface, great. Yeah. They were very helpful, but I know what you're saying.
I think after we finally got all about mid-Saturday, everybody kind of finally got over the whole situation, and we're like, okay, we're over this. We can move forward, and we all worked together to make it work. But Friday was very challenging. Friday, I was not gonna lie, I was ready to load up and leave because I was so aggravated at the situation.
What's up, DSR Outlaws? How you doing, broski? What's up, Matt D?
I don't know. It's like I told their tech lady, like I'm not trying to be rude when I say this or whatnot, but you're hurting more than helping, like I said, because you should be trying to, I understand getting on their ass and staying on their ass, but you shouldn't stop people from racing. Like,
well, that's a huge
I'll say
issue.
this, like with Owen and Stacey Barnett,
yeah,
that car, I understand why they did that. That cage, to me, even I told them, I'm like, that's on y'all. Y'all signed a waiver. Y'all did this. I don't have anything to do with it. I get why they kicked that car out, like a 1,000%. But some of them, very debatable.
I didn't even hear what happened with that one. Was his cage not? Oh, it wasn't welded right or something like that.
Bro,
I remember.
It's like spot welded together. Like it's not. If something happened, the cage would be more of a.
That's a little bit, this whole weekend experience, not bashing the West Coast, nothing like that. Y'all know I ride for my people. I love the West Coast atmosphere. I love my people. It will never, ever leave. I love the West Coast racing. That's my vibe. I love everybody out there. But now you get to see why some of the West Coast racing is hurt. It's not the people. It's not always even the promoters. It's Look how many hoops some of these guys got to jump through. I mean, we could spend a whole podcast
1,000%.
talking about.
But I mean, all I'll say is
and,
I had several of the West Coast people come to me, and they're like, "Now you see why we're in your part of the woods all the time. Now you see why we're over here. We're doing this." And I totally.
That's why I post those pictures all the time, like at all of your guys' events or XRP or any of these other huge events where there's packed full of people, and I post the pictures, and it's like, man. If only the West Coast guys would understand this. Like, everybody out here is still 100% safety oriented. There's no corners cut. You go to XRP, it's just as professional, if not more professional, than any facility that you would go to in California.
1,000%.
Just as clean, just as
and
professional.
I understand, like, people are signed up with the NHRA or the IHRA or whoever it may be.
Morning, Courtney.
But there's got to be a little bit of give and take, especially with our little gangster stuff. That's what we try to explain to everyone. This is an entry-level class. Most of these guys built this stuff in their garage. They didn't have a chassis company or a chassis company build any of their stuff.
Yeah, big shop or whatever, yeah.
And there's, I mean, it's a work in progress. That's the whole thing with Little Gangsters is to build and grow. And like we stay on top of the guys with the safety and stuff. We've probably had more seatbelts and helmet bought in the last year from Little Gangsters than anything else.
Yeah, no, and it's 100% safety oriented.
Yeah.
I guess you go to XRP, if your seatbelts are out a couple weeks or a month, whatever the case is, guys at XRP are just like, hey, man, you need to get that shit updated, bro. Like, you have seatbelts, you're good, but you need to get that shit updated.
Yep.
All right, have fun, be safe racing today. Next time I see you, hopefully you have that shit updated.
And then when you're at, like, they say that to you, next time you're at Summit or something, you see a set of seatbelts and you're like, oh,
yeah,
hey,
I
need those, you know what I mean? And it's literally a couple $100 that prevents a lot of stuff from happening. Like I said, the whole goal is not to keep people from racing, but it's also to be as safe as possible while doing so.
But what you said, it kind of still keeps motivation, right? Like, you're like, hey, man, you need to get those fixed next time. So you're at the store next time, you pick up a set of seatbelts, you're motivated. You're like, I got to race today, I need to upgrade this next time. You go to some of these tracks in California, and they're like, oh, nope,
Yep.
nope, that one lug nut's 3.5 eighths
And
out, not all the way in and tight. So you're out of here, bro. You're not racing.
And that makes it hard, like you said, for
Kills
the
your
motivation. It
motivation.
does, absolutely. When you spend all the money to get to the racetrack and do these things, and then they're like, nope, absolutely not.
You don't have a metal valve stem on the front.
Yeah, it's like, what? Then you don't care. You don't care about seatbelts. You don't care about that. You don't care about any of this. You're just like, oh, I'll just go race over here instead. And then those people never come back to your racetrack.
Yep.
I mean,
There's a huge, it's a domino effect for sure. We're not saying you don't need to be safe. You need to be safe. You need to. But have a little bit of compassion, guys. California is just worried about money, and that's basically it. Some of those people, some of those people just see dollar signs, and they don't care about the people's
and that's
dollar
what I mean.
signs.
The goal is as this all continues to grow and all of that is to get all of these guys cages certed and have all the the correct safety stuff to where we can go run those events, if you will, and not have any issues.
Yep. Well, anyway, let's talk about some of the racing that happened at the Little Gangsters class, bro.
This one,
dude, this is my all-time favorite car of the whole event.
I'm dang there with you.
I'm not gonna tell you what he was going. It's not my place, but he was very, very close to what he needed to run with no power adder, all motor, just a big block.
Oh, is this one of them big truck?
Yeah, that was one of those big trucks with the purge coming out the duct. That thing's got like 1,500 horse worth of our nitrous on it.
Yeah.
For some big old semi trucks, they move pretty quick.
They do move. I will give you that. They do move.
Pretty cool things, man. Just different,
It is.
Something different to look at. Watching them do burnouts all the way down, ruin your guys' rubber. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say the burnout there got us pretty good.
There should be a video there somewhere of old Jury.
Oh yeah, we got. Where is that one at?
There it is, right there. Tom and Jerry, boy.
Tom and Jerry.
This was a race. Was that the quarterfinals, right, of Little Gangsters?
That was the
semis or quarters? One of the two,
quarters
right?
or semis. I can't remember. Good job. But man, shout out to Jerry. I love that.
Three-chain Jerry,
I love
boy.
that dude. So we knew we were really close. We had the draggy, and shout out to Spencer, by the way. Spencer with the LTD, Spencer Jeans. He let the Jimmy Dale Racing Camp borrow the LTD for the weekend, so we would have something to race. We had a little bit of issues Y'all see all that in the Jimmy Dale YouTube deal. Got all that put back together. Got it all buttoned up. First round, we were like almost dead on. And then we asked Boosted when that went down. We were like, we don't want to know the time, the reaction time or anything. We just like to know the margin of victory. And the margin of victory on that was 0.0003. So, and we looked at the camera and I think we would have had Jerry had the front end of the car been down, but it was the whole car was tooted back on it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's not, like the racing that weekend was insane.
Like that's Brent and Dan DeGata going through first round.
That was insane.
And you had him the whole entire
dude.
trip.
I turned the nitrous off, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. I should have left the nitrous on. I should have listened to my guys, but we were kind of struggling with the car, getting down on the surface.
Yep.
We made a bar change, and I was like, you know what? We're 330ing, okay, and then after that, it's kind of getting on the tire and doing some weird stuff, and I don't want to have to drive this thing. So I'm gonna ramp the nitrous in. I'm gonna leave on nitrous. I'm gonna ramp it in, and I'm gonna turn it off. Like, we're going to turn the nitrous off at 2 seconds into the run. If I'd have left the nitrous on, bro, like, of course, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Like, there was a bug in my air cleaner, boy. No.
Yeah.
It was freaking awesome, though, man. That was a great race. I'm looking at him. We were looking at each other the whole time. We probably looked at each other 6 times.
Yeah.
Like, awesome. I love races like that.
I do, too.
They just get your blood flowing, like you're just amped up on Mountain Dew. It was awesome.
And that's just like racing with Jerry and his wife.
Dude, Jerry's awesome, bro.
Just absolutely, like, I have a blast every single time. You'll never catch it. Like, Jerry used to never smile.
Yeah.
The last year, maybe year and a half.
You be smiling too, you won that much money.
I mean, hey, I'm going to have to send Jerry a 1099.
Yeah.
All the money I done paid this man the last year, he could need a 1099 from me.
Oh, man. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, hold on just a second.
Jerry is a dedicated mofo, bro. Dedicated.
Waylon just popped up, so I figured out.
Big Waylon.
Big Botello performance.
Yeah, Big Botello. Yeah, didn't they have a daily car in the finals too, or one or something like that?
I think so. I don't know if they won the daily deal. I seen that Cody like spun the car out. He didn't hit anything, but I did see that he spun the car out. I don't know if that was in the finals or not.
I was trying to watch their stuff, but we had all of our own hood rat stuff going on.
We had hood rat activities going on ourselves. So, but I mean, to show up, I think there was 5 classes and there's 4 checks right there. So, tells you pretty much everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Wyatt, the Ruthart.
Oh yeah, that is Wyatt's car. That's Wyatt.
Right there, Wyatt. Hey, bad. That kid's bad. You know that he's a driving mofo.
Runner up in daily Friday night in the vet.
Okay, so they run it up on so you run her up on Friday night, and then I guess they drank enough beer Friday night that they said we're gonna party on Saturday, and they did.
Big Botello right there, man. They holding up checks for, hey bro, hey, let me hold something. I need an engine. I need an engine to go racing with y'all. Can I hold a couple bucks? Let me hold $1.
They got to go buy a trailer just to haul their damn checks around.
Yeah, you gotta have to have another stacker just to haul them checks.
To haul the damn checks around.
Did you guys lose Jimmy and Cowboy? Good morning, good morning. What else you got on there, Cody?
What we got here? That's okay. That's the runner-up vet.
Finals, okay.
Yep.
Friday or whatever.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then we got Mr. Hollis.
Big Hollis. I wanted to ask, why is the check ripped in half? I didn't understand that. When all the other big checks were whole, and he's got half a check.
Maybe him and maybe
it
was him and his buddy in the finals, and they just cut the check in half. They said you can have half, and I can take.
Yeah, but how come he didn't get the half with his name on it?
I'd rather have the money.
Half,
the money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's just me.
Yeah, I got it.
Chase said y'all lose Jimmy. No, we just Cowboy. Bro, LA is wild.
LA is definitely wild.
Whoa. That's a wheelie.
That was really cool. Can we watch that again one more time? That was really cool. Oh shit, he's Sam putting in work, boy.
I like how he kept the name but changed it.
Yeah.
I like how we kept it but changed it. And then
John Bailey in the winner's circle.
Jonathan Bailey getting it done. So I actually watched this video on Jonathan's TikTok last night, and it's pretty. You got to go watch it. Like, he got treed really bad right here.
Yeah.
And he like slingshotted himself around. I think that's Manny with the green light. Yeah, Manny, H2P racing in the left lane, and you can see it in Jonathan's car. Like the homeboy jumps out on him, and Jonathan like grabs the scramble, and it's just like slingshot engaged, and he just got past him.
No, I think he just got a little crazy on the top end,
Yeah.
Courtney, but he kept it straight.
So Abilene it hasn't been
Very
raced on
sketchy.
in like, it's been sitting for like 3 or 4 years. They just had their first event out there like a couple of months ago, and the first pass then it blew dirt up like desert storm type dirt. It's still kind of blowing dirt and stuff out of surfaces, so it looks wild.
Y'all want a hat?
How many can we stack? There you go.
You guys want one of these hats?
I bet
Probably
you
don't want a beanie because it's kind of hot, you know?
He said, I want a 7-0 first pass down in 4 years. I could believe that.
That definitely looked like a sketchier surface.
Yeah. Well, everybody thought it was going to be fast because it's that smooth concrete, but that smooth concrete be slick sometimes.
Y'all want one of these hats? Let's get you one of these hats right here real quick. Y'all ready? Y'all bumped in. Y'all got the tires aired up. Suspension's all set. Feels good. Y'all ready to roll up and do your burnout, let off a trans brake? So I'm finna ask y'all a question. Y'all better be ready. Better get them. Exercise them. Exercise them fingers so y'all can get to typing and looking it up. Remember, you got to share it to y'all profile as well. I'm going to take the first 2 answers, and I'll give you your choice of a white hat, a black hat. You just got to tell me if you want a white hat or a black hat. On our Holley high-ram plate system, the direct port deal, right? It's a dry setup, Holley high-ram direct port plate system. There's going to be 2 questions I want the answers to. What jetting is included, and what size nitrous solenoids does it come with? We'll repeat that real quick. On our Holley high-ram plate system, what size jetting does it come with? Or not what size, but what jetting does it come with, and what size solenoids does it come with? Take them a little minute while they're over there tippity typing. You know, I can hear the clacks through the computer. Why can't you win, Chase? Oh, because he won last week.
Oh, yeah, you can't double up, dog.
Yeah, no be doubling up. No up doubles. Dry. Trey.
Trey Oliver.
Thank you, Connor. I thought I did say dry, but
I got my merch over while I was gone.
did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got home and I had 2 hate train shirts there. So.
Oh yeah, you were wearing it. I like that.
I was wearing the gray
Thank
one.
you, bro.
I put the maroon one on, but I'm so like my skin's so burnt that my shirt almost matched my skin color. Yeah, so I was like, I probably should wear that.
Did we pick a name for the vet yet? We have not. I still got to sort through that whole list. Man, I was driving and trying to get that video finished yesterday and just trying to get home without falling asleep. So I need to sort through that list of names and see. I kind of like Bruce. Because Bruce Wayne from Batman, and then Bruce is the shark from Little Nemo. Finding Nemo. Remember?
Yeah.
Fish off friends, not food.
Yep.
Trans brakes are friends.
Courtney Rogers.
Nope. I mean, Courtney, you
got half of it right.
You kind of got it, bro, but you didn't get it,
Yeah,
Courtney. You kind of got it, but you didn't get it. You got half of it.
Trey said, I don't know what it comes with, but I'm going to use a 58 jet in the Fogger.
In the Fogger.
Tell them.
What's up? Scrimshaw Bruce Stephen.
From Scotland.
Hopefully I said your name right.
Well, Connor, I can't.
Turbo cars are friends, not food. Oh, turbo cars are food, not friends? No, dude. They're friends. One of them right there. Courtney, you still got time to fix yours. No, it's not.
That's not it.
Not it either.
That's not it. It's really close, but that's not it. I don't know if it's a typo or not.
Unless I typoed
Dang.
it. Hang on, I might have typoed it.
Did you typo it?
I might have. Let me look.
Connor, can we get verification on the jetting?
No, I know the jetting.
Your phone's not going to load in here. Oh, yeah, it is. There you go. I can't say it because they can hear my microphone. And you got your go down?
I'm so lost right now.
Why?
What the heck is Hilky High Ram? I don't know. Please hold, guys. We're having some technical difficulties. What's up, Spencer?
Spencer said, I do believe that the new windshield slowed it down 0.0003. Connor, we're going to need that confirmation. I mean...
Dude, what is going on here? I just had it. That's not the right one. It's on my computer. I'll be right back, guys. You just stay right here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We don't know what the right answer is.
The dry
I
one?
see several answers,
Why
but
won't
I
it
don't
pull
know.
up on my phone?
It's Pete.
About to find out.
Yeah, it is. That's what I have. Okay. Thank you. I don't think Courtney answered it right, and
He did the second time.
thank you.
Blake, we had to postpone the show
yeah, I had it
until
right.
today. What?
I had it right.
You had it right? All right. So hold on. Let me see. Because I just seen the right answer.
All right. So the
This is
one right there and one up.
Nope. That one says the wrong one.
No, Pete is wrong. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's several.
Sorry, guys. We a little tired this morning, and we struggling. They're wrong. So the first one that was correct is down here is Courtney.
Yep. Courtney Rogers. That one's the first one. That's correct.
And then
And then freaking Chase Crawford. And then Pete.
Courtney. I told y'all what it is. Don, you were wrong, broski. You ain't getting no hat for you, boy.
I don't know if you typoed it or not.
Courtney got it right, and so did Chase.
Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then Trey. All right.
Didn't we say Chase?
He said give it to Pete.
Yeah, I don't think Chase. I think Chase won last week. Good morning, Jake. How you doing, brother, man?
So Pete and Courtney Rogers, these two right here.
Sorry, guys. Sleep deprivation got my brain slower than my car this morning.
I know. Definitely started second guessing you there for a second.
Dude, I started second guessing myself. I was like, wait a minute. I know I didn't write that down wrong. But everybody was saying the same. The problem was that you guys were all saying a 92 solenoid. It's a 93.
I was going to say we don't have a 92 orifice, but I couldn't say it because I didn't want them to know.
Yeah.
I was like,
you guys were close, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think there was just a lot of typos there. Y'all got excited.
You guys typoed so often that you guys made me think I was typoing.
Y'all red lit. That's what it was. You were on the chip, ready to go. You just let go of the button a little too early.
You guys made me second guess myself, though, because I was like, I think I wrote this down. Like, I know I didn't write it down wrong. So.
Yep.
What do y'all got planned this weekend? I know that we got. We got more racing to talk about here, guys.
Kristen Stevens was your A20 winner.
Not S10. I was wondering about the 26s too. 26 king right now. He the 26th king for now. You better enjoy it, boy. I'm coming for you.
The Kraken.
I can't even talk no crap because I ain't got no running car, but.
What'd I do? I done hit too many buttons.
Good morning, Movo 3-Chain Jerry in the house, boy.
3-Chain Jerry has entered the chat.
Jerry, I'm gonna call you real quick. Let's hear from Jerry real quick. Big shot. Maybe I don't have your number anymore.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
It's gonna be so cut up on Facebook. I don't think we'll be able to hear it.
Let's see if Jerry answers for live.
What up?
Yo, it's 3 Chainz Jerry.
What up, fellas?
Yo, what are you doing, bro?
Shoot, man, just doing it. Unload my junk and seeing what's up.
Feeling like a winner today or
Have you
what?
spent all your money yet?
Man, it didn't really sink in until yesterday. Then I was like, holy shit, man, I just won that deal.
Man, you killing it, bro. That's 3 in a row.
I told Brent that I'm going to have to send you a 1099 for all this damn money I keep giving you.
Man, you killing it, bro. We just want to say thanks for motivating everybody, because you out here motivating everybody in that class to get better and try to come for Jerry, bro.
Right, I'm gonna keep working, see if I can just keep on with it.
So I'm going to ask you this. Everybody calls it an index. I call it a cap. Did you think you'd ever be cap racing, if you will?
No, not really. I didn't. I didn't really think so, but it's just badass. I mean, it's fast enough to be fast, and
It gives everybody a chance, and then I think not giving time slips and all of that, it just keeps it interesting. It keeps everybody on their toes. You and your dance partner in the first round, y'all both of May went 20s. You just went a 29 and he went a 28. Well, you think you're dead on the number.
Right, and being off the trailer like that too is the shit.
Yep, I agree.
That was awesome. I think, man, you see all these people hating on an index race. Well, half the people hating on an index race, they got a car that can't even go that fast anyways. But it's crazy. It's an index class. It's not like you're having to dump the gas and extremely slow down or anything. Like, dude, all you guys are still rolling. Oh,
what I love about it is
I mean, it's not easy to go 5:30. I mean, we all know that. But
Right, that 5:30 is still fast, but what I love about it is that it's a challenge. It's making people try different things. Like Jerry over here, I don't know what his 60 foot is. It probably 1.6 something and then 190 out the back. But then you got the guy that's next to him in a nitrous car where he's going 110 to the 60 foot and then yanking all the power out at 300 foot. So every race,
a great race.
every race is close because every guy is trying something different. Some of them are trying to go slow and then mile an hour out the back. Some of them are going really fast in the front half and then pulling all the power out of it. Everybody has a different theory on how to make it work, and it makes really interesting racing.
Oh, absolutely. I had like 10 people come and say, man, if you work on the 60 foot, that thing would be bad.
Yeah, if you work on the 60 foot, it would be bad. Hey, don't worry about my 60 foot, boy.
Yeah,
no.
I don't know what Jerry. His 60 foot did look very slow, but right after the 60 foot, it was a party, a full blown party.
Well, being an old bracket racer back in the day, I prefer to chase than I do to try to see where my guy's at.
Yep. 1,000%. I think a lot of we kind of do the same thing on the Jimmy Dale side of things. It's hard to gauge when you got a car coming up next to you at 135, 140 miles an hour whether you should dump the gas or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it really hard to judge that.
What's up, Doug? How you doing, broski?
You got to make a split decision, at 140 fucking miles an hour. So it's like, what do you do?
Yep.
Exactly. So it keeps everybody in the mix and it's a challenge.
Keeps everybody on their toes in the car. There's no cruise control where you're just like, oh man, I got this in the bag. I don't got to worry about it. Like you got to be on your toes the whole class, because you slip the tire. You slip the tire, you make one wrong move or something like that. The racing is so close, they're gonna nip you at the end, or you're gonna go too fast. Or
that's the deal too. Is the 530 stuff. Like you can still knock the tire off. There were several guys that got. I don't think that track would have held a 530 in some of the earlier rounds, and some of the dudes were trying to go 530, and they got beat because
anything can happen, man. You got like Doug's a good example, bro. He was going A to B, making good passes in the quarterfinals against King Donnie. Old Doug did a huge wheelie, like didn't change nothing really. Just
hey, I gotta give Doug a props though, because I seen one time he let go of the button, it immediately smoked the tire.
Yeah,
that man did not let out of it. He just drove through it and still won. Like,
no, they're due for a win shortly, man. They're right there. They're just got to get the luck their way a little bit.
Right. Now y'all kind of see my West Coast style, bro. I adapted it from racing with all my West Coast boys over here. You know what I mean? Driving through burnouts, freaking all that crazy stuff.
So what do you got coming up, Jerry? What do you got planned the next couple weeks?
Nothing till probably like the beginning of June, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably head back to Texas somewhere, I guess.
You're not planning on going to War in the Woods for True Street?
I was gonna tell him.
No, I can't. Me and the wife are going on a little trip and going to do that. And then after that, we'll get back to it.
Well, tell the wife that y'all's trip is now going to be in Virginia for Little Gangsters again.
Yeah, that we talked about that too. So
I know that some of the Phoenix guys are talking about going to the Kentucky race.
Yep.
So that'd be pretty cool.
I'll be
kind of caravan up there.
We'll have that the same weekend as War in the Woods. We have Virginia, and then I believe the first weekend of June, me and Tom will be in Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, that's not
for the
far.
505 Cash Days deal.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's not far at all.
we might just show up to that Roswell deal then.
Yeah, that ain't far.
I talked to them this morning. It's going to be $10,000 to win. I think we're going to do the same thing we did Friday night. Will be 100% payback, and then Saturday will be $10,000 to win.
Jerry said, "Hey, I'm gonna use some of this money. We going on a vacation, baby."
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. The wife has earned it, so we gotta go. We gotta go do a little something for her.
1,000%. So,
props to you guys.
So
bro.
when you first started coming down here to Texas, she wasn't with you a whole bunch, and now I see that she's with you all the time. Did she quit working, or what changed there?
No, her hair salon we've had for like 20 years has been so busy that she finally just hired a manager to take over so that she could be gone a little more, because I'm kind of pretty much retired myself now. So
right.
That's awesome, man. Living the dream, traveling with the wife and racing, and I mean it's awesome.
Yeah.
She's backing you up, and you guys got a solid program, bro. Some great help, and I've been watching you for years, man. I watched you when you were kind of struggling with the car when you first put it together. I mean, my all-time favorite picture is me and you on that road doing a wheelie at the same time. So.
Oh yeah.
Watching you progress over the years and to stick with it, bro. It's very, very motivating. It's awesome, man.
And you know, I somehow got super lucky and had Stephen Chase get involved in my program.
Yep, he's a bad mofo.
Hey, I'll say that Stephen Chase got a big head for a reason, because he got a lot of brain in there.
Yeah.
Yo, man, he's the last 6, 7, 8 months, man. We just finally figured it all out, and it's been really good. So
yeah, I mean you've won a lot, and I'll say one of the one thing I'll remember from California, we were on the starting line, and I don't know if it was the semifinals or the finals, but your wife leaned down and she just smiled at you as she was pulling you into the beam, and I was like, that right there is what it's about, like. Because I knew you were cheesing from ear to ear in the car. I couldn't see you, but when she leaned down, it made me smile, so I know you were lit up in the car.
Yeah, that's the dream right there, bro. Doing that stuff with your lady. So
she's got my back all the time, and she keeps me pretty focused all the time when we're on the starting line and stuff. So nice to have her there.
Awesome, bro. Well, I'll let you get back to it, Jerry. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us, man. Hey, keep them chains warm, bro. I mean, you're gonna have to get a shelf with a bunch of different necklace display things, man.
I'm gonna start a workout this week to keep my neck strong.
Yeah, we're gonna say you're gonna have to work out to wear all of them at one time.
Hey, so who got the chain for Friday?
We'd only have one for Saturday.
Oh, okay. There wasn't a chain for Friday.
I just have it for Saturday.
All right, Jerry. Well, you have a good week, bro.
You too, man. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate you.
Yep. Later.
Bye.
Old 3 Chains Jerry himself hanging out with us for a little bit, guys. So I'm sure you got a long list of stuff to get caught up on. I got a long list of stuff to get caught up on. Microphone's stuck in my mouth. So I think we're gonna jump off here and get to work.
I got a lot of work to catch up on and then sleep.
Hit us up, man. Give us all y'all orders this week. Y'all want to make our life difficult? See how tired we are? Send us a whole bunch of Nitrous Express orders so we struggle. I would probably not like that, but
I probably would not like that, but that's kind of one of those things that it's like.
Morning, Kyle. How you doing?
You do, but you don't.
Yep.
You do, but you don't. But
so, anyway, we'll be at LS Fest this weekend.
LS Fest this weekend.
Come
if y'all
see us.
are in the Texas Motor Speedway area or surrounding areas, y'all come and hang out with the boys. I think everybody's gonna be there.
No, he's not in the doorway. Creeping up. I didn't know we were live for an hour. I didn't even feel like we were that long.
49 minutes.
He's always creeping up in an hour. Avenue must be in the doorway.
Oh, he'll be here shortly. So Kyle said he's coming to LS Fest.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll be there. Come see us. Come hang out at the Nitrous Express booth. We'll have some merch there. We'll have all the nitrous you need. Remember what they say.